We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Yellow waiting. 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Quarterback, don't get nervous, man. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Kill. Check it back.
Breeze now. And he finds Cook. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 13, check 13.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Breeze. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First down, Saints.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
It was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Ready. 5-9. 56, right there, 56. Over. Check 61, matchbox, right. 02. 56.
To throw, it's Breeze. Steps it. Now Breeze wants the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30. The 20, 10, 5, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now it's Carson, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, steps away. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want him to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
On first down, it's Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, Nate. Here we go, Nate.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Big hold of the 30. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports.
54. I got you. I got you. Back. Deuce. 12.
They go play action here on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run. This is Kamara. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Ready?
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Easy, opposite. Easy, opposite. Bring it. Kill. Over. Slam. Hey, orbit.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
I got it.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They can't hang with us.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And an alley to run. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Stop your whining. Gun.
Penny, a 1st down carry. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Check right 47. Hey, get in the weight room.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Well. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Jack. Shift. Explain. Still got 4 down.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He can run for it, and he will. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 40-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a short kick taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
What I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. Being chased out left. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on second down. Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Seahawks 39-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Breeze now to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Into the red zone. It's Breeze. It's caught. Smith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Ready? 95-56.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here. To throw is Breeze. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch wrong. Tight ends right. Hey.
Wilson now. Going to throw again. Dorsett making the catch. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Foster, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Rolling to his left. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
So that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now left side on the swing pass. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. From midfield, here's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down. Kill. Hey, Haywood.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. Thomas, the intended target. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Watch the shit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
25, check 25, check 25. Hey, alert. Run left.
From the shotgun, Wilson flushed out right. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Carson. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
47, Mike. 47.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Robert Foster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A gain there of 21 yards.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Here's Wilson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Steps away to his left. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Check. Ankle.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And able to find Dorsett. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
Wilson wants to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Bring it. You go tight. You got tight right there. Mike's foot.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Eluding the pressure right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the...
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the two-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the